Just so.
Vietnam.
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 Just so Vietnam.
In today's episode of Just So Vietnam, we'll find out why motorbikes have become so popular in the country and the top tips for riding a motorbike in Vietnamese streets. Ho Chi Minh City is said to be a shopping paradise in Vietnam, so let's take a tour around one of the most famous and oldest markets in the city to find out why it's got that nickname. And here come our host, Mark Tang Bose.
Hello guys, welcome back in another episode of Just So Vietnam. Many foreigners have agreed that learning to drive the bike in Vietnam is definitely the best travel skill they have learned here. It allows you to check out your home city, but it also allows you to explore the countryside on motorbike road trips. Let's see what driving experience Sam has, because he once told me that he has got some good driving skills.
Hi, Matt Hein. Chào bạn. Having lived in Vietnam for almost 2 years, I can really see why motorbikes are so popular. There's around 50 million bikes on the road. That's one of the highest amounts in the world. Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi are a labyrinth of narrow alleyways with the added issue that parking is often hard to find. That's why going around on one of these is such a great idea. Here are our top tips for driving a motorbike whilst in Vietnam. It seems so simple, but it's so easy to forget and leave the kickstand down. Although some bikes won't start with the kickstand down, many others do not have this feature. In a worst case scenario, the kickstand could hit into the road, causing you to fly off and into the path of anything driving by. You don't want to become an unfortunate statistic. It's a good idea to do what everyone else is doing when driving. Don't be the first person to go through an intersection. In fact, try not to be the only person doing anything. As someone once said to me, traffic here is like a river. Go with the flow. As I mentioned, with numerous alleyways, sometimes even Google Maps doesn't know the fastest way. That's why knowing the shortcuts can save you a lot of time, especially in rush hour. So, there you have it. Those are our top tips for driving a motorbike in Vietnam. But what about you? Did we miss anything? What are your top tips? Log on to Facebook or YouTube and let us know your thoughts. I'll be back next episode with more. Now, what's the fastest way to get home?
In Vietnam, the bustling Ho Chi Minh City is a shopping paradise for tourists, with many markets and shopping malls of all sizes, from bargain to high-end. Although there are more luxurious modern shopping malls, if you want to understand the local lifestyle, you have to go to the local markets. These markets are places where you can mingle with crowds, smell the many smells, and be a part of the boisterous atmosphere. Now, let's join Brian Nathan in this episode's Just Try to find out more.
Ho Chi Minh City is famous for its rich markets. Behind me is the most iconic one, which is the Ben Thai Market. That clock has been in photos and been talked about for so many years. We're going to be exploring why this market's so famous, why so many people still come here today, tourists and locals alike.
Ben Thai Market has 4 main gates, namely east, west, south, and north. The main gate with its big clock is a symbol of the market. Its architecture has been preserved for hundreds of years. If you only know about traders in Vietnam through postcards, then you will see the difference in Ben Thanh Market. Traders in this market do not look shabby, but very energetic and friendly instead. Many of them even speak English. How much?
70.
Not bad. I've always wanted to get one of these bracelets, but they're always so small. And they actually fix them here right for you. Cut them up and make them bigger or smaller for you, depending on what you want. All right, come on. Woo, look at that. Look at that. Bamoinin. All right, come on in. Tambiet.
In this famous market, foreigners can find all the foods, clothes, and goods that people in Ho Chi Minh City often buy.
I think if you're looking for fresh meat, fresh fish, this is the place to come. I mean, they're literally killing the fish right here, cleaning them, super, super fresh. Oh, wow. Ball? Brain. Ball? Hell. What's that? That's, wow. That's the brain. It's the pig's brain right there. Lung, heart, intestine. Okay. So I think this is a specialty one. She sells all of the organs. Most of the other vendors here, they just have the prime cuts. I've tried intestines before. It's pretty good, but I've never tried brain.
When it first opened in 1914, Ben Thanh Market had 400 stalls where farmers sold their produce and food. Nowadays, traders run nearly 1,500 stalls, and the goods for sale have also changed. However, this market is still a familiar place for many traders in the city.
Xin chào. Cô bán hàng lâu chưa?
Cô bán ở chợ này nay cũng lâu, năm 1999 tới nay. Cũng có nhiều người, nhiều hộ kinh doanh khác là người ta cũng kinh doanh mấy đời, nhiều khi đời ông, đời mẹ, rồi tới đời cha con, cháu. Có thể là 3 đời đó. Lúc mới ra đây thì cô chỉ bán gạo với đường, đậu này kia nọ, các thứ gia dụng trong bếp. Đây là có lẽ là bán gạo là rất là mạnh.
Chợ này xưa thế nào?
Người xưa thì khách ở địa phương đây thì đi chợ hầu như là tập trung vô chợ này rất là đông. Cũng sắm sửa thức ăn hàng ngày thôi. 3 năm trở lại đây á, là chợ này nó cũng thay đổi rất là nhiều khách du lịch. Thành ra ban quản lý nó cũng có cái quy hoạch những cái ngành hàng. Ví dụ như đây là cô bán lồng đèn nè, túi xách nè. Đó, rồi trong là mỹ nghệ, gỗ rồi đó. Người Việt mình ở đây sản xuất ra.
One of the biggest markets in Ho Chi Minh City, pretty much like a massive shopping mall in this little market here. And the best part of this market is they have a huge selection of fresh foods that you can eat right here in the spot. So I'm about to go to one of those areas right here. We've been shopping all day. I'm getting very thirsty and a little bit hungry, so we're about to go have a coconut.
In 2014, Ben Thanh Market was listed among the top 15 markets in the world by USA Today magazine. It is also a must-see place for anyone who wants to explore the city.
Ooh, nothing better than a fresh coconut. You don't get these in America, that's for sure. So tasty.
From now until early July, locals and visitors to the central city of Da Nang will be able to enjoy firework performances every weekend. The month-long 2019 Da Nang International Fireworks Festival opened on June 1st. This year's festival, with the name Stories of Rivers, features 8 different countries: Russian, and Vietnam teams lighted up Han River during the opening night. Vietnam's 4,000 firework performance, titled Legends of the Two Banks, told the story of Da Nang's efforts to develop and integrate. The finale of the festival will take place on July 6th with a matchup between the best two teams. This weekend, Brazil and Belgium will go next on June 8th. Meanwhile, the summer holiday fever in Da Nang has prompted several carriers to launch international routes connecting it with more Asian destinations. National flag carrier Vietnam Airlines announced June 3rd it would open direct flights between Vietnam's central coastal city and Busan, South Korea's second largest city. Budget carrier Jetstar Pacific also announced plans to open a direct route from Da Nang to Kaohsiung, the city with the third largest population in Taiwan. Locals and visitors to the ancient town of Hoi An are now able to share bicycles, as the ancient town has launched its first bicycle sharing service on June 2nd. 100 bikes are now available at 11 docking stations. Another 160 bikes and 10 docking stations will be added next month. Users unlock the bikes by downloading a smartphone app. They can ride the bike for free for the first 30 minutes each day before returning it at any docking station. A charge of 20,000 Vietnam dong, about 86 cents an hour, will be applied after the free period, which can be paid for with the app's payment system or by purchasing coupons at various sales points in town. A full day rental will cost 200,000 Vietnam dong, which is about $8.50. The initiative comes as Hoi An sees its bicycle population falling sharply and that of motorbikes rising in recent years. Global online accommodation reservations provider Agoda included Hoi An in its list of 6 world-famous cities and towns that provide backpackers and foreign tourists with the most beautiful cycling routes, published on the occasion of World Bicycle Day, June 3rd. The central coastal province of Thanh Hoa has long been well known for its stunning beaches and islands, as well as specialties from the sea. However, the Orchid Island has become a one-of-a-kind attraction in Thanh Hoa. Located about 18 kilometers from Nha Trang City, the Orchid Island is now home to more than 10,000 plants of over 100 species. Many of them are endemic species in the Orchid Island and grow naturally. As soon as visitors set foot on the island, they can immediately feel the refreshing air and delicate fragrances from numerous orchid plants. Tourists interested in visiting the Orchid Island can buy a one-day tour for no more than $25 from Nha Trang City, which also includes a boat trip, visits to fishery and oysteric farm villages, water sports and lunch. Hopefully, with this Just Go, we've inspired you to check out some new destinations in Vietnam. And with that, we already come to the end of this episode. I hope you really enjoyed it, and as always, subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook. My name is Martijn, and this was Just So Vietnam.